Hi guys, I'm back with a little video, this time a draw with me video, and it's been a while since I've done one of those, but I thought it would be good to show you a little bit of my process behind creating my latest print, the Ethereal Romance print, and just talk to you a bit about what goes into making the collection as well that I've made after this drawn. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. So here I am in Procreate, drawn the piece, and I started off by drawing a rose to begin with, and the piece just kind of evolved from there, and I kind of had an idea in my mind, the kind of theme that I wanted to go with the soft pencil lines and lots of blending and softness and nice flowy bits. So I kind of thought I would start with a rose, and then from there I added some more flourishes and little berries, leaves, foliage, little swirly details, and it all kind of stemmed from a mood board I actually created on Pinterest. I actually created it after watching Emily in Paris. I was kind of visually inspired by all the nice Parisian details and the soft romantic vibe, and it kind of inspired me to start this piece. But yeah, when I start a piece I never really have anything solid in mind of how I want it to look in the end. I just kind of have a loose theme that I want to go with. This time the ethereal theme, like the soft romantic pieces like I mentioned, and then I just kind of work from there. So yeah, this is my starting point. It was just a rose, and yeah, excited to show you how it kind of evolved from there. So after I was happy with drawing my first flower, I actually drew that with the Derwent pencil brush on Procreate, and just blended those with the side of the Apple pencil and kind of tilted that to where I didn't really change the size of the brush at any point drawing that. And once I was happy with the style of the drawing, I kind of used that same technique to start creating the flourishes. So here I am penciling in one of the first flourishes, and then once I'd drawn out that first part, I recalled a piece that I actually had called my Peony Blush piece, and I remember drawing it in a similar kind of style but with less detail. So I kind of thought I'd take some bits from that, but unfortunately my old iPad never used to let me draw with many layers, so I don't actually have a good working file of that with all the layers separate. So you can see me a few times just dropping the whole pencil illustration as I had to compress it all to then add the colour. So yeah, I took some bits from that, some flowers, and then added in some more details to match the new illustration style I'd created for this piece. So once I'd added in a little bit from that, just to kind of see if I like the style of it, went in and drew some more flourishes, used some more bits from that, and just, you can see me play around with it a bit, just dropping bits in to see if I'm happy with it, adding in more details, and yeah. So now I'm just adding in those finer details now that I've got a kind of flow going and I'm happy with the way things are going. I'm just dotting around some extra bits of details and making sure the layers are all correct and everything's overlapping in the way it should be and nothing's blocking out anything it shouldn't. And yeah, and I really like to sort of start adding in some extra little details when I get a good bulk of the drawing done at this point. So I added in some foliage, some leaves, some berries, and sketched in some extra flourish details at the top there. When creating a piece like this, I think it is really important to use elements repeatedly. Not so much that it's off-putting and obvious that it's the same details, but I like to kind of copy some elements and just adjust them a little bit, maybe resize them, flip them, rescale them, skew them a little bit, so that there's key pieces throughout the piece that the eye can recognise to tie it together, so it flows a bit nicer here. So I just added in some more bits like that have been copied throughout. Okay, so now you can see me messing around with the background layer. It took me quite a while to get the kind of texture I was after. I wanted it to look a bit rustic, like old wallpaper or paint on a wall, not totally neat. So in the end I think I settled for the roller brush and used the highest size setting to just kind of roughly roll some paint in the background, I guess. And yeah, I like the texture it came out with. I like to keep a little bit of a border around as well for printing, so if it was to be framed it would also sit well. And now I'm just adding the colour, and for the colour I kind of like to use the soft airbrush brush as the base colour behind the drawing, and then to add in the shading I like to use the water brush and go in with a darker shade than the one that was used behind it, just ever so slightly, just to go in and add some of that shading. And I like the texture of the water brush as well. It's not smooth, it has like that bit of organic, I guess kind of a little bit of rusticness to it. I just really like the way it turned out, so yeah, I'm just going through adding in those bits of shading, and yeah, happy with how this looks. And I'll show you some details of it. So here are some details on my old iPad 9.7, and this is what I used to draw on, and here you can see some of the nice pencil shading. I really like how realistic the pencil brush actually looks on Procreate. It is really nice. And this is it printed on my archival paper. You can see the colours turned out really pretty, and it does have that nice soft sort of look I was going for. And yeah, this is available in my shop as a print now. So after the print was made, I decided to make some greeting cards. Just in time for Valentine's Day, I guess. I made some other cards to go with it as well, my positive affirmation cards as well. And of course they can be used for any occasion, not just Valentine's, which is kind of what I wanted to go with, some more evergreen kind of products that could be stocked always and suitable for anyone for any occasion, blank inside so you can write your own message and come in a compostable bag with a craft envelope. And this is the full set, which I'm really happy with how they turned out. They're also all available in my shop now as well. So you know, I love making stickers now. I have the Cricut Maker and it's so handy. I can literally just make a new design and have them cut and print in stickers in minutes and list them straight away. But these ones I actually created for my lovely Hummingbird Patrons. Our theme this month was actually the Ethereal Romance. I felt it was fitting with it being Valentine's and all that, you know. So I put together this beautiful pack that includes an A5 print, the greeting cards, stickers, and a nice rose quartz tumblestone. And they're heading out to my lovely patrons in the Hummingbird tier this month. So if you want to grab one as well, there's a few slots left. Feel free to sign up. The link is down below, and I appreciate all your support as always, and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video and it was useful and you enjoyed seeing my kind of process a little bit in Procreate. And I'd like to know if you'd like to see some more of these, so do let me know in the comments what you think and what you'd like to see in my next videos. Thank you for watching. Bye!